Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video. My name's Jake, and today I'm actually going to be doing a review of the iPhone 5S. Now, obviously, they already have the 6 and the 6 Plus, but I just got this, and I would really like to relay pretty much just my general thoughts on the thing. Now, at this current point in time, I've only had it for less than a day, but I love it, and I figured I would do a review as soon as possible. So, of course, out of the box, here it is, iPhone 5S. This is the gold version, not that it makes any difference whatsoever. This is the 16 gig version. So, out of the box, just remove the lid just like that. You'll have the phone being normally placed right here. Take these out. You have the USB wall adapter. You have the new Apple earbuds, which I have been told are very, very nice, which I may use eventually. And then, of course, you do have that 3-foot USB lightning charging cable, which is irreversible, so you can put it in to the bottom of your phone either way without having to worry about it not charging. It will go in either way, and you'll hear a nice, satisfying little click to let you know that it's charging. So we'll go ahead and put that back on there. And we'll go ahead and go into the actual phone. So I just have it on a little bit of microfiber here, just so it doesn't get scratched on the glass or anything such as. So of course we do have this very, very nice screen here. The height of it is about 4.87 inches. The width is 2.31 inches. The depth is 0.3 of an inch. And it's about 3.9 ounces on the weight. It's very light. It's lighter than the 4 and the 4S, of course. It's a little bit thinner as well. Oh, and of course it has a bigger screen. So essentially, once you boot it up, you have an entire other row of apps that you can have there. So, into the hardware. We have some really good stuff. First off, we have a nice new A7 chip with the 64-bit architecture running this baby. It is just absolutely amazingly fast. Amazing, amazing, amazing. We have a Touch ID now, so that little gold ring down at the bottom is a fingerprint sensor, which I'll actually go into in a few minutes here. We have a 4-inch Retina display, multi-touch, IPS technology. I believe the resolution is 1136 by 640 at about 326 ppi. 800:1 contrast ratio, which is pretty typical of all iPhones. A decent brightness. We got the RGB standard. The normal screen has a fingerprint-resistant oleophobic coating on the front, but in this particular case, I have a tempered glass screen protector that I got from Verizon with the phone. The front camera, or the back camera rather, is an 8-megapixel camera, and it has 2 flashes. Oh, let's go back. We have 2 LED flashes, a microphone right there. It has a sapphire crystal lens cover, as do all the others. A 5-element lens. It's got an IR filter. It's got autofocus, tap to focus, exposure control, auto HDR for phones, face detection, panorama, auto detection, stabilization, burst mode, photo geotagging, and now we even have 120 FPS options to do slow motion video, which is really, really sweet. The video normally records and renders at 30 FPS in 1080p. The slow-mo, of course, is at 120. We have a time-lapse video ability now. Of course, we did on the 4S, or the 4S as well. Yes, that's correct. Video stabilization. We can take still photos while recording videos. Face detection again. 3x zoom and video geotagging as well. Now, the front camera is a 1.2 megapixel camera with a resolution of 1280 by 960, 720p HD recording in the front, which is very, very nice. Backside illumination sensor, face detection, exposure control, all that good stuff. Of course, we have FaceTiming, so we can do FaceTiming over Wi-Fi or over cellular, which is great. And I'll go ahead and go into the actual hardware now. So first of all, we have that Touch ID. We have the 3-axis gyro. We have an accelerometer in here. We have a proximity sensor, an ambient light sensor, and they are located up at the top. So on the outside of the phone, we have that nice 4-inch display. On the very bottom of the phone, we have that lightning connector right there. I'm sorry if we're out of focus. It might just happen. we have the lightning connector, we have the 2 speakers, and of course we have the 3.5mm headphone jack at the bottom now, which it's a much more nice location for those of you who tend to listen to music a lot and put your phone in your pocket like this. Go ahead and go to the side. We do have that SIM card slot. Going to the top, all we have is the power button right there. And of course we go to the left side and we do have a little bit of a smaller sound or vibration switch right here, as well as volume up and volume down. Other than that, that's pretty much it. The speakers on the bottom are pretty nice. We'll go ahead and hold the power button and boot this baby up, and we'll see how fast it is. Usually it's pretty fast. I haven't had any slow problems with it. I haven't actually turned it off, so this is one of the first times. But other than that, it is great. I'm glad I do not have to deal with the 4S's slow hardware anymore because of the iOS updates that, of course, Apple has been releasing. The hardware for the 4 and the 4S just kind of died off and would not work. So as you can see, we're already booted here. It is the 11th of January. Up here we do have a Verizon LTE signal, which is the greatest thing about this 5S and the 5 in general. The 4 and the 4S's and all other iPhones do not have dual antennas. On this phone we have one here and one here. That pretty much allows us to have the maximum capacity of data inflow that we can have, that we're allowed. So now we have Verizon LTE. I could swipe it like this and type in my code, or instead I'll go ahead and put my finger down right here. Oh, I guess we have to do this real quick. There we are all booted in. I just have one page, of course. I'm going to go ahead and lock it, and then I will unlock it with my fingerprint. Now, really quickly, I'm going to read up on how the fingerprint works. Now, it's a crazy thought, but here we go. So if you put your finger on the capacitive scanner, the ridges will cause some plates to come into contact, thereby closing a circuit and generating current, while the cells under the ridges on your fingers remain separate. The system then interprets the voltages generated by each cell to determine which one is under a ridge and which one is under a valley. By combining this data, the scanner can generate an overall image of the print, much as an EO scanner would, but with a much higher degree of fidelity. Another advantage is that the capacitance scanners require an actual fingerprint shape to work, not just a light dark pattern, which makes them harder to spoof. This I'm reading off of Gizmodo.com. If you literally Google search how the iPhone 5S or the iPhone 5 or the 5S fingerprint scanner works, Gizmodo is probably going to be the first link. And I just figured I would look it up just for the sake of looking it up, because I just was curious. Now, for the general speed of this phone, I am not disappointed at all. If I was on Wi-Fi right now, we'll go ahead and do an internet test. The Wi-Fi, of course, is very, very fast right now. At least this current point in time, it's pretty fast at my house. So the Wi-Fi won't be a problem, but the LTE download and upload is actually better than I thought it would be. I didn't think it would be too great. Let's see. Looks like we're on a 19 at the current point in time. We have some other people using tablets in the house, so that's cutting down the bandwidth quite a bit. And it looks like we have an upload about 2.0, 3.0, 3.5, almost 4. Okay, we're reaching 4. So about 12.8, so about 13 up and 4, I'm sorry, 13 down and 4 up. That's pretty good with an 18 millisecond response time. We'll go ahead and turn the Wi-Fi off. You'll go ahead and see that it switches automatically to LTE, and we'll go ahead and restart the test. And we'll see if that does anything whatsoever. Most likely won't, but we'll just go ahead and test LTE speeds here. If you guys see this little sensor blinking right there, don't mind it. It's just how the camera picks it up. It's not actually doing that in real life. So let's see. We have a 53 millisecond response time. That's not too bad. A download of about okay, almost 2 megabits per second. We have an upload, a very, very small upload. I'm not in the greatest of spots. I'm sort of outside a city, so I don't really get it great. Almost 2 down and 8.2 up. So that's pretty bad for LTE, especially here. Here we don't have a ton of service, so it's not great, but anywhere else I'll have 3G or LTE anywhere. And then from there, essentially, you can boot up web pages literally almost instantly. So we'll go ahead and turn the Wi-Fi back on, and we'll go to Netflix. Now, of course, Friends is on Netflix now, so there's one thing that everybody can just watch and relive. For the most part, oh, I forgot to sign in to it. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll get out of Netflix for now, and we'll actually go to YouTube. And YouTube loads very, very quickly without any problems whatsoever. It just connects to the Wi-Fi and makes sure everything is good. Here we are on the channel. We have 3,634 subscribers at this current point in time. I have 2 videos that I uploaded yesterday, one of which is on the headset, the Bluetooth headset that I actually got yesterday. So here we go. Pretty damn close to a fast boot time. Doesn't look like the buffering is really getting there. Sort of getting there. Then, of course, if you turn it, we have that automatic rotation, and if we turn it the other way, it does the exact same. With the 4S, the hardware was not fast enough to keep up, so as soon as I would turn it, it would hang for a second. So if I turned it now, it would just switch to this. There wouldn't be any smooth rotation that you can see right here. So of course the video is nice and shiny, clear HD, recorded in conveniently the same spot as this video is being recorded in. No big deal. Other than that, it is very, very fast. We have remote. This is all in my music folder, so this is how I can get onto the computer, stuff like that, and control the library through there. So we'll go ahead and test out the speakers, speaking of music. I'm just going to go ahead and scroll, and I'll double tap on one. So that's Linkin Park right there. That's not even full volume. It's pretty good. You can feel a little bit of rumble in the bottom right down here. What we'll go ahead and do, while we're focused, at least sort of, on the bottom right here, you can take your lightning connector, plug that baby right in that way, take it out, flip it around, and plug that baby in just like that, and you will be able to charge your phone in pretty much any way possible with that connector. So that's super, super nice. Of course, we do have iOS. I believe this is 8.1.2 on here at this current point in time. You can set up different fingerprints. If you are curious with this, all you have to go is to Settings, Touch ID, and Passcode, and you can enter your passcode and set up more fingerprints. So, say if your girlfriend or your mom or your dad, want to use your phone, instead of having to, oh, this is my passcode, they can simply do the exact same thing and have your phone unlocked. That one didn't work. There we go. Now we go ahead and see, let's see, what are we on here? I believe this is iOS 8.1.2, so that's correct. So it's the latest version of iOS. It's great, it's running fast, it's running well, because the A7 chip is fast enough to keep up with the software. And actually, recently, Apple is actually being sued for the massive space that iOS 8 actually takes up. And I don't know how that's going. I just saw it on the internet somewhere. You can't believe everything you see on the internet, but at this point, I wouldn't doubt it, because when I was trying to get it on my 4S, I had to delete a lot of stuff. So for the most part, it's a great phone. I would definitely recommend it if you're an Apple fan. If you're not an Apple fan, then I would probably go Android as usual. But if you are, definitely go for this if you have a budget, because this was $99.99 at Verizon. Now, of course, different carriers have different prices, although other phones will be more expensive. So the 6 was $199.99, and the 6 Plus, which is just a massive, massive phone, was $299.99. So this is just a 16 gig version. Again, it's got that A7 chip with the 64-bit architecture, the M7 motion coprocessor, which basically goes with 3D maps and all that good stuff. Siri, of course you have Siri, so let's go ahead and talk to her. Hi Siri, how are you?
Excellent.
And she's actually a bit more cheery in this version, I'll say that. She's a little bit more human-y instead of such as a robot. So, why are you so excellent? Well, why? Whatever.
I'm just being me.
Siri, will you marry me?
That's sweet. Is there anything else I can help
She totally rejects you, man. Don't even try the Siri, will you marry me question, because she totally rejects it. But that's okay. Siri still does a lot. So if I were to say, Siri, take me home, she's going to go ahead and pull up my address. Just like that. She'll go ahead and go into maps. And just like that. Literally, yeah, 1 minute. Wow, that's amazing. 1 minute to get to my house that I'm already at. And of course I didn't really need her to navigate me there, but it's always just worth a shot. So other than that, that's really it. That's all I really have to say about the iPhone 5S. Again, it's the gold color, it's just flaunty, it just looks nice. And that's really it. The screen is great. I was using the normal screen until we put the tempered glass screen protector on there. Of course it's great. Of course it's got that finger resistant coating, and I love it. I love it so far, and I do not plan to upgrade for quite a while. So that, guys, is my review of the iPhone 5S gold version. Not that the color matters, but it's just kind of flaunty and looks shiny and new. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, ask me any questions, and I will see you guys in the next one. Probably going to be the next gaming setup and room tour, the first one of 2015. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.